Welcome to my Immortal read-through.
God help us.
Stop using the Lord's name in vain, boy.
It's necessary.
Not never necessary. Okay, chapter 20.
We've made it to chapter 20. We should be dead by now, you know.
We are doing this for you, so you better subscribe to us and like our video. You better. Now.
Don't whore yourself out.
Chapter 20. A.N. I said... Oh, the spelling's getting worse.
I know.
I said I do not care what you think. Stop flaming, okay, preps? One thanks to Raven for the help. One thanks to... Sorry, it sounded like it could be a song, counting song. Anyway, one, oh yeah, by the way, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania. I bet you know it doesn't even go to Transylvania. For the next 3 days, so don't not expect updates. Okay then. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on my black leather mini, a black corset with Yurple lace. Yurple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR.
Are those different from combat boots? Do you think?
I wonder.
It's like a compact car style boots now.
Could be. MCR was going to the concert again. She could at least spell out 2 instead of using the letter 2. But no, too much work.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 keys, and they're 3 keys apart. You have an idea how much effort that takes? It's like this. That takes a lot out of you.
Since Voxamort had taken over the last one. The MCR were going to the concert again, since Voxamort had taken over the last one. You mean the last dozen times she wrote about it. I slit my wrists while I marched to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited.
Because that's healthy. Get your heart rate up while you're bleeding.
Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and marching to Fang You for the Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly, I hoped inside that it was Draco, so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin! Are you going to cum rape me or what? And I mean she spells it cum rape.
Yeah.
Not C-O-M-E rape, I mean the other. I yelled. You mean
this is the worst kind of rape.
I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore told us to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it? Hell. Oh, she's making a joke about her bad spelling. A-C-T Shelley, like S-H-E-L-L-Y. Get it?
Yeah,
hell.
because there's hell in the
you're
word.
so funny. You misspelled another word, but this time you misspelled it so it has the word hell. Ha!
Yes. Spelling something badly on purpose is not better than just misspelling it because you're fucking terrible.
Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily.
Condemns.
Yeah. Condemns. Can I borrow some condemns? Okay, let's try to make it through with no stopping on this chapter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fuck her, he said, go on away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hallway doing it, and Dobby was watching.
I knew he was a pervert. I knew. Creepy little elf. I'm telling you.
Always watching Harry Potter.
At least I watched Harry Potter and read the books. Not like her.
Oh my gee, you ludicrous idiot, they both shouted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. In the beginning of the story, wasn't she using gay slurs?
Yeah, I think so.
But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. Of course. Of course he is. WTF? Is that why you wanted condoms? I said sadistically. See, I spelled that. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You dimwit, Snake began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. No! They were naked when they were having sex. I'm used to having sex fully clothed.
I got nothing.
Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? Do you really think that would be the reaction? It was to blackmail you, I
Because for all we know, they're just standing there naked in the hallway yelling at everyone.
So now, next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out. I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. Dumbledore. So okay, let me understand this. Put this into perspective. They were having sex in the open hallway.
And they didn't think someone would come along.
And they're worried about being blackmailed. Well then. Okay, fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they shipped over. Well, anyways, and when I was sudden there was a vampire looking extremely fucking hot. Okay, two things. One, assuming you meant one when she said wound.
How did two people trip over a stick this long?
Why would she throw the most powerful piece of magical instrument in the universe?
And why
couldn't she just cast a spell?
Exactly! And why can't she go one paragraph with the same name in it without misspelling it?
WTF, where did Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's been a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come.
C-U-M.
The vampire said, shaking his head, you wanna come?
With me?
To the concert?
Oh my god.
Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. I'll give him credit for that one. Dog father, because,
I've made that pun before.
Yeah, because, dog father, get it? I'm gonna let her pass on this misspelling.
I don't think it was a misspelling.
The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the black said Ebony on it. And oh boy, hey, she actually spelled it how she wants it to be pronounced this time. ... I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR was there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing into the music. I galloped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm.
Misspelled?
No, that's spelled right.
No. There's no I.
I'm pretty sure there's an I in orgasm, Kevin.
There's not. Do you want me to look it up? I will look it up.
After this chapter finished, Gerald was so fucking on. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall.
I'm gonna have a weird search history after this.
So crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. So we'll be back after these announcements.
Okay.
My little pony. Look, my baby book. You were so cute, Rainbow Dash. Little Rainbow Dash's room. We laugh and play all afternoon.
Little Rainbow Dash's room comes as shown. Other ponies and play sets each sold separately.
And we're back.
Alright, chapter 21, author's note. Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Because that bitch... Ravern, cause it fuck your best... Okay. Whoops. Saws Raven, thanks for the help. So she insults her and then she apologizes right away. By the way, Transylvania rocks hard. I even got to go to the castle, Kasel, where Durcola was filmed. Is that a new Coca-Cola product?
I really don't think she actually went to the real Transylvania.
Yeah. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. Have we even figured out what kind of voice that is?
Maybe it's a Morgan Freeman voice.
No. Don't insult him. No, it's not. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way.
Okay, maybe out now. Okay, maybe it's like this. Suicidal way. Legs slightly apart and
Heading for the nearest window, maybe.
maybe that's the suicidal way. I don't know. I can't think of any other way that would be heading out in a
I
suicidal.
started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Enobai, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too.
Well, I would.
I love how that's just included. It's like, I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come! He began to cry.
And this time it's spelled right.
Yeah. Tears of blood came down his pale face. Well, that grammatically correct moment is gone. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. In brackets, if you're a homophone, then fuck off.
A homophone is for French verbs, by the way, in case you didn't know.
And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility cloak. No, invisibility coke.
I want an invisibility coke.
Invincibility.
Invincibility. Oh, that coke, that
yeah,
cola, that
I
makes
want
you
that.
invincible.
It'll make, yeah, just drink it and then you're Mr. fucking Incredible. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. I thought we already established that. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser, son of a fucking bitch. Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way.
Okay, there's so many things wrong with that sentence.
Yes.
You can skip it.
Yes. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth. Oh my god, she did it again. Misspelled the same name, one word after he just spelled it.
Two words after.
Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. So he knows there's a cloak there now? Filth nodded. And then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. Oh my god. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because now we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Okay, I'm tempted to make some kind of animation based on this scene. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I guess, though. Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco decided to walk Lake Placid. See, isn't that depressing? Depressing. That sounds like a Daft Punk song.
Depressing! Yo!
On the gothic red bed together. As we was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. So how does she know that's happening right then?
When she was having a vision.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, my turn. Chapter 22. And STFU! Preps! Stop flaming, okay? If you don't like it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? She suck. One no. Just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock. Prep suck. One. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic.
Hold on, go back. I just need to see. Can you go back up? A little farther. To the other chapter. Mystery of magic, misery of magic.
Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Nobody cares. Then I gasped. Sitting in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Drabola, Draco, Dracola, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top. Wait, are you saying she got out of her coffin and got to the door without opening her eyes? She's talented.
Apparently, yeah.
With pitches of bloody roses all over them. Under that, she wore it. Is she now an elite from Halo? What? She wore a black poofy shirt with lace on it and black gothic boots attached. That was attached to the top.
I want to see a picture now of, like, her standing next to a bunch of elites?
Draw one. Draw it and post on our Facebook page.
Yeah, sure. It might
New
take a
Facebook
while.
page in the description.
Yeah.
Vampire was wearing a baggy, simple plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerald Way and almost as fucking sexy. Oh, lovely. Vampire looked just like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight, black, boofy gothic dress that she had ripped, so it showed all of her clearage, and a white apron that said, "Bitch!" and other swear words, and MCR lyrics on it. Kind of like the one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Yes, because, you know, she only wore one dress once. Darkness, who is Jenny.
She really likes naming characters words that begin with D, doesn't she?
What can I say? She
Divol-
wants the D.
Divol, Draco, I guess that's alright.
Darkness,
Darkness
was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it.
Oh, that's
and
cool. She can make her own clothing.
Top thing. And black pointy boots. So are Crab and Goyle.
They're wearing the same... They're wearing a ripped gothic black dress.
No, that'd be awkward, 3 of them wearing the same outfit. That'd be really awkward. Turns out that maybe they planned it. Turns out that Darkness Drabola and Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slinging his wrist with a razor. How can vampires kill themselves? Previously, vampires can only die a certain way. Now it's any vampire can die by slitting their wrist.
Just walk up behind him and off him with a cap in the back of the head.
He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. It's not funny, it's about rape!
It wouldn't be funny if this was well written and emotional.
By the way, Stanism is actually a religion. Here is a pic including about Stanism.
She couldn't...
Anyway, OMFG, I yelled as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? NOB, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's alright, we have to go now. You look Kiwi anyway.
Kawaii.
This is her Japanese. She knows how to speak Japanese.
Yeah.
You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being so erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the Great Hall and looked in from a window. A fucking crep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her.
You think she hates Britney Spears and Hilary Duff?
I can't tell. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudgett was there too, shouting at Dumbledore. It was this, they should have been the same sentence.
Yeah, I don't see how anyone who has a spell checker or someone editing it can misspell the name in the same sentence as it's spelled correctly.
Well, she was young. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students.
Holy shit,
He's
Treebeard!
Treebeard will kill us all. Not Treebeard! For humanity! For humanity! You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old, and your Alzheimer's is dangerous.
Yes,
you must be... How is it spelled right? She spelled Alzheimer's right.
I know.
This is just pathetic. She can't use the right your, but spells Alzheimer's right? You must retry, or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But...
Two T's.
We cannot do this. We cannot close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is ... Guess who? Guess who? Can you guess who? Guess who she's going to say? He's going to say, this is so intense writing. I mean, I bet you can't guess.
Jenny.
No.
Ah, damn it.
Anony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other.
We're gonna need a
I
fucking
guess.
spreadsheet at this.
Why can't you just say, her group looked upon
My
one
friends
another.
and I all looked at each other in
Well,
surprise.
our group looked upon each other, our mouths gaping wide open, something like that, but...
Yeah. Alright.
Chapter 23, your turn.
Author's note. Dut the fuck up, bitches. 1. You're just jealous because I got 10,000 reviews. I bet 99% of them were frightened hate flames. Or that's how she puts it. Thanks to Ravenford to help in telling me about the books. Guruloo Rock. Let's go shopping together. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. Pardon me. Oops, she made a mistake. He corrupted her. She means hi, everybody, come in.
C-U-M.
Yes. Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Villy Volo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup.
Vampires eat Count Chocula now. I would have never guessed.
He must be like a distant relative, so it's like a family thing that they have to do. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. There must be a lot of bullet holes in the walls and ceilings now. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other.
That's intense!
Okay,
That is fucking intense!
Vampire Draco, what the fuck, I asked. You fucking bastard, yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her.
What a thing to argue about. What a thing to argue about.
No, I do, shouted apparently no one. No, she doesn't fucking like you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. No, fuck you, motherfucker. She loves me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. No, not in that way, you perv. We weren't... They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden... ... A terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick.
I wonder who it could be. You know,
yeah.
because it's not like you need it. Because you can keep the description having suspense.
It's the Red Skull. From Captain America.
Could it?
I swear to God it's him.
He had no nose and was wearing a grey robe. It could be. It could be.
Look, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose. He had no nose. Really? And was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart.
Really? I thought he would have just phased through it.
Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire Draco stopped fighting.
I stopped eating.
When I pause, I'm pausing because there's
Okay.
periods,
Okay.
I stopped eting. You don't have to say it.
I will say it.
Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort.
I thought it was the Red Skull.
I know. This freaking word. Ebony. Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice. What the fuck?
Where Darth Vader
Star
come from?
Star Wars?
Where the hell did Darth Vader come from?
Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before, then I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please, I begged. No, he laughed crudely. Kill him or I shall kill him anyway. That's not much of a fucking choice. It's like, give me a bigger stick to hit you with, or I'm gonna hit you with this stick. Then he flew away cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Ow! Suddenly my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. I think they do that a lot.
They do.
No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, Ebony, I hear you all right? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Everything's all right, Ebony. Or Enobai now, said Vampire all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. You'd think they'd be dead from all the blood they're losing.
Well, they're vampires, and apparently, despite that vampire died by slinging his wrist earlier, apparently...
And he's talking to them right now, he's fine. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch, I said something. Great way to treat your friend.
I call all my friends bitch, but like bitch sadly like, okay, bitch.
Yeah. And then we went.
Like, I call all my friends bitch and loser all the time. Like, come on, loser.
One day I will end you.
Chapter 24. AN. Preps, stop flaming the story. You're just jealous, so fuck you. Okay, go to hell. 1-1. Raven fags. 4. See help.
So she's giving her fags in exchange for the help?
Well, they do seem like smokers.
Yeah.
Well, we had divination next, so I got to ask...
Deviation, actually.
Deviation.
So they're skipping class.
So I had deviation next, so I get to see Professor Trilvery about the visions. Wasn't it Professor Sinister before?
Yeah, it was.
Konnichiwa, everybody, come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. Fuck! Konnichiwa, everyone come in Japan. That's in Japanese. Oh, really?
Yeah.
The whole sentence is in Japanese.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to China now, and I'm only gonna learn one word.
That sounds
And
more like
then-
English.
Then greet them in that one word, and then they're gonna start talking to me in Chinese, and I won't know what the hell they're saying.
She
That's how
smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick.
So she's a snake now?
She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with... Okay, that isn't healthy to have long, dead black hair. With blood red tips and red eyes. Her mum was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks in everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. Grate. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and red gothic black drip dress. We went inside the classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong.
So it's pretty much a Satanist school, and they have pastors?
Yeah,
of some,
and
like-
it's not even Satanists, it's Stanists. They're Stanists.
And it's like of pastors of someone called Emily the Strong.
I raised my hand.
I'd be a pastor for her if she was hot. And she's racing her own body parts now, that's
I
great.
raised my hand. I was wearing some black Nia polish with red pentagrams on it. I wonder if she's Satanist. Well, she did show she's Stannis, so.
No, so
Stannis-
she's not Satanist.
Stannis must be very evil people.
Yeah.
What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where you get a Hot Topic? I wonder. Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I think they could piece it together in context. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it, DUE? Ho, about now, she asked. Okay, I said. Okay, class, fucking dismissed everyone, Professor
I
Chilbury
wish we
said.
had teachers like that. It's like, teacher, I need to talk to you about something. Okay, class dismissed, everyone go.
But even better that, fucking dismissed
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, get the fuck out and stop learning.
Yeah, there was one teacher in our high school, if you remember, that would always go on. You have to use every word in the English language, including swearing, because we don't have enough words in it. That was a good, cool teacher. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other creeps. Please do exercise. Exercise. Get it? 1 on page 3.
Oh, she spelled it almost like it's exorcism.
Okay, I'm having a lot of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried, is Draco going to die? What a kind of question! Kevin! I'm having bad nightmares. Is my bunny going to die?
Absolutely.
No!
You should slit your wrist.
No!